Eamon Khan here for Seconds Out with Liam B.P. Smith in Liverpool. Liam, good to see you. How you doing?
Good, mate, yeah. Good, you?
Yeah, not too bad. All the better for seeing yourself. We were expecting to see you on that Wembley card against Josh Kelly, but we heard that you had to pull out because of an infection. Just from your point of view, what happened the week prior to the fight?
Yeah, just obviously, I was fucked sick. Couldn't get out of bed. Felt terrible. Started training through it. Trained Monday, trained Tuesday, sparred Wednesday. Was like a bag of shite. Said to myself, I'm going to stay in bed and not do nothing Wednesday night. Woke up Thursday morning, couldn't get out of bed. 6, 7, 8 days on, still the same. And once bitten, twice shy. I weren't doing that again. I was bedridden for 10 days in total. Less than a week before the fight. A week before the fight, I'm still in bed and can't get out of bed. So look, I've learnt my lesson. I've done that with Eubank. If I didn't have the Eubank 2 fight, I probably would have went ahead with the Josh Kelly fight. But I'm well, I don't know the word. I'm too thick-skinned to do it twice. I've made the mistake of learning my lesson, and I couldn't. As much as I'm devastated, and I apologise and thank really. Spencer Brown, Turkey Al-Sheikh, every promoter who's involved with the show, and my own fans and my own people around me. I think they've known me long enough. I've been pro a long time, and it's not in my nature to do that. Less than two weeks, just over a week before the fight, after pull out from, as if I wanted to pull out from an event like that. You know what I mean? You get some people saying shite, as if I wanted to pull out from a fight like that, an event like that, and I'm not gonna lie, it was an absolute kick in the balls sitting having to watch it, and watch Josh Kelly perform the way he performed. I think it was pretty clear to see what I'd done to Josh, certainly on that performance. But we have to move on from it. The rest of my career can't depend around that. I done what was best for me, and got me going forward for the rest of my career. I probably put another 12 months on my career, because if I'd have fought in the condition I was in, hypothetically, I probably would have lost and I was done. So, look, the Eubank 2 game match has made me learn a massive lesson.
With that timeline then that you're putting on your career, Liam, how likely is it that you might revisit that fight with Josh Kelly?
I don't know. Look, it's that fight is probably down to Wasserman and Riyadh season, Turkey Al-Sheikh. But what would you think? I'm not sure they'll probably use Josh again. They probably need me for a good fight with Josh, because I don't think Josh set the world alight. He got Ishmael Davis on 6 days' notice and basically ran around the ring for 12 rounds. Clung on to a victory with Ishmael. Ishmael's a great fighter, but on 6 days' notice, he had Josh running and holding on for a win. So I don't think Riyadh season will be in a rush to use Josh again, to be brutally honest with you.
Is there anything on the table for yourself then, and if you could make it your own way, who would you want to be in the opposite corner to you?
Look, I made it note, obviously, the fights I'd love. I'm still in boxing for a reason. I'd love fights like, that was a massive fight on a massive card, and again, one I was absolutely sick to come off. But I'd love to get on a Riyadh season show again. I think, they know what I'm always in a good fight. I always bring a fight, and I'm still a massive name, which that fight showed. Let's have it right. I pulled off the card. Josh got put down the card and got put on at 5 o'clock. So there's no two ways about it. Who was the name out to me and Josh? But any of the names, Hamza, Eubank again, Ben, Josh, if it comes back on the table, I think I've been, clear as day to see I'll take any fight, as long as it means well for me, and I'll box anyone in the world, never mind just anyone in this country.
I imagine the fight with Eubank again would be high on your list priority for an opponent. What do you think of his fight with Kamel Zerameta coming up?
Yeah, look, that's right top of the wish list. That still haunts me, and I'm pretty pleased. I've been asked to go and work that show next week in Saudi, so I'll be there. I'll be there in and around the show, which is, again, I'm pleased about. But that's top of the list. That's what I'd love next. That's what I'd take less money for next. That's what eats away at me, because I don't feel I don't feel he was, I've said it beforehand and I say it again, I don't feel like he was good enough to hold the stoppage win over me.
Did you catch Eubank Jr.'s timely tirade against the promoters? He ended off with saying that Benjamin was a nice, cool guy at the end of it. But what did you think to Eubank Jr. and his choice words to promoters?
Yeah, well, look, I just thought, first stand at all, well, good on you if that's what you think. They might have been a scumbag to you. I know promoters have been scumbags to me. I know promoters who haven't. If they've all been scumbags to you, good on it, but stand on your word. You've come out and apologised an hour later, so you've been told off by someone and apologised. So I just think it weren't worth the fucking the hassle. It weren't worth the media is all put out about it, because he apologised right after. So, stand on what you said. It weren't really something that could have been twisted and got it wrong. He come back and said they're all scumbags and then apologised right after it. So it didn't stand well. I thought if they're all scumbags and they've been scumbags to you, then say it and stand on it.
In making that Eubank Jr. fight again, with the frayed relationship with Boxer, from I guess your point of view, that wouldn't get in the way, but you'd be able to still make that fight.
I don't think Boxer would level offer me that fight, because if Boxer were going to offer me that fight, Boxer would have tried to make that fight when I was with Boxer. So again, I'm not going to get down the road slagging Benjamin again, but Boxer won't offer me that fight, because if Boxer were going to offer me that fight now, they would have offered me that fight when, or maybe said to me, luckily we'll try and make a tear fight with Chris. And like I said, they didn't really do that. So, but Riyadh season's involved with everybody and anybody now, and for the fact that I'm going to be working the show for Chris's fight, basically, I'm pretty sure. Look, Riyadh season are looking for matchups. They don't care. They're not looking for Liam Smith. They're not really looking for Chris Eubank. They're not looking for, maybe your Tyson Fury, Usyk, Joshua levels, but they're not looking for Josh Kelly. They're looking for matchups. You probably had a promoter's license and went to Turki Al-Sheikh or Spencer Brown with a top matchup that is well on viewing figures, maybe they'll pay for it. And that's just basically how it's working at the moment. If he thinks of a good fight, he puts it to the promoters. The promoters are all saying yes to him, so that's how he's getting Frank to work with Eddie to work with Ben to work with Warren, and that's it. If he wants a fight, a matchup, it 90% happens.
Can I get your take on a couple of other things? First of all, that headline main event of that card was Dubois in resounding form against Anthony Joshua. What do you think to that and the potential of a rematch for AJ and Dubois?
It was a fight that, weird the way I'm going to put this, was a fight that I expected it to go like, but the opposite way round. I thought Joshua would win in that type of shootout. Regarding the fight, I was a little bit surprised with Joshua's tactics, like the way I thought Joshua would have come out like Dubois come out, solid jab, solid right hand. Anthony Joshua's got a solid jab, solid right hand. Just, go for it. And I thought Joshua was coming out with trying to slip backhand, slip uppercut, and trying to look for the classy shots, and he was already here. But I do think Joshua fought a lot of that fight on autopilot.
Does it change what you think would happen in a potential Fury versus AJ fight?
No, look, I think, again, AJ's got a chance with Tyson, but Tyson, an old man, and, he's got that horrible, awkward style, Fury, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I mean, he can box, he can move, he can make it awkward, and he'd probably be winning, but Joshua could flatten Tyson the way Dubois flattened Joshua. They're all massive punches. They're in the heavyweight division. I'd never count any of them out the same way I didn't count any of Dubois out. I fancied Joshua. I was wrong, but I was not surprised.
Any update on Callum at all?
No, nothing on paper. He's back in the gym. He's looking for a fight, and again, he's. I think he fancies the Boatti fight after last week, and that's the only really conversation about him.
Right, lastly, Batavia versus Bivol. What's your prediction?
I fancy Batavia, but the question's out about him. Is he going to get old overnight? He's 40 years of age. Two of them over the past 2 years, I still fancy Batavia, but when is age going to catch up with him?
Cheers, Liam. Appreciate it.